Oh, hey guys. Okay. Welcome to today's vlog. So, since I announced yesterday that I think my 100 subscriber giveaway is going to be a Scooby Doo giveaway, I thought I might as well show you guys my personal Scooby Doo collection and kind of just give you a little history of Scooby Doo. So, we're gonna go through every single one of these. I will give you any insights or any facts and stuff I know about these, I've learned throughout the years. We're just gonna have a Scooby Doo marathon video. Sure, we'll call it that. So, we're gonna start from the very beginning and go all the way to the newest. Starting with the original. So, we start here. First up, we have Scooby Doo's Original Mysteries. This DVD contains the very first 5 episodes ever created. Now, if you guys didn't know, the very first Scooby Doo to ever release was called What a Night for a Night, where they solved the mystery of the Black Knight Ghost. Scooby Doo's Creepiest Capers. This contains 3 episodes from the original series, 4 episodes from the original series, sorry. Then we have Scooby Doo's Spookiest Tales. This one contains 3 episodes from the original series and 2 from the Scooby Doo show. So here we have a VHS, so I'm not exactly able to watch this that much anymore, but it's Scooby Doo's Greatest Mysteries. Back in the day, they actually had a contest online. They had people vote for their favorite Scooby Doo Where Are You episodes, and the 4 most popular was put onto this collection. This did go on DVD. I don't have it on DVD. Should get it on DVD. But this actually, in between the episodes, they had the gang talk about their history, their past, their, all this different stuff. It's really cool to watch actually. You actually learn a ton about the gang within this collection. So, yeah, if you're looking for Scooby Doo history, I recommend this one. Next we have Classic Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo and a Mummy 2. It has the original episode, What a Night for a Night, and Scooby Doo and a Mummy 2. Both are Scooby Doo Where Are You episodes. We have another classic Scooby Doo, Which is Which, and it has Nowhere to Hide. So again, these are both from the original series. Next, I did have the VHS, but then I found the DVD. So this one is Scooby Doo Winter Wonder Dog. It is mostly Christmassy, wintry type episodes. It has the Nutcracker Scoob, a Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo short, a Scary Night with a Snow Beast Fright, and an episode from the original series, that's Snow Ghost. So basically they're all wintry episodes. Next we have Scooby Doo Where Are You, the complete 3rd season. So actually, this is interesting. They originally started airing this and considering it Scooby Doo Where Are You Season 3, but then they, after a few episodes, they decided, you know what, let's just make it its own separate series, and they made it the Scooby Doo Show. So when they put it out for you to purchase, they consider it Scooby Doo Where Are You, but when you watch it, the title sequence says the Scooby Doo Show. Confusing, I know, but what can you do? It's made, it's done, yeah. We have the new Scooby Doo movies. Now, these, at the time, were considered movies, because they were these are the 40-minute long episodes. So back in the day, these were considered movies. But this series actually is one of my favorites. It's actually when the Scooby Doo gang would meet I shouldn't say old famous people, but They would meet famous people. They would meet the Addams Family. They met Batman and Robin. They met Don Knotts. They met the Three Stooges. They met Laurel and Hardy. They met, who else? Let's see. Dick Van Dyke. Don Adams. The Harlem Globetrotters. Jonathan Winters. They met a lot of different famous people. Unfortunately, this is not the complete series. They consider it the best of the new Scooby-Doo movies. They've been trying to release the rest of the series in a pack, but unfortunately, the rest of the people that they've met and whatever, they just can't get the rights to release it on DVD. Basically, the rest of the people that the gang met in the rest of the series, basically whoever owns the rights to them and whatever, basically say, oh, we don't want you to put it on DVD and whatever, so they've been having troubles getting the rest of it on DVD. Next is Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, which all of these episodes are on the one I just watched on DVD, so that's, you know, good to have, so I don't really need to worry about this anymore, but I have watched these episodes a ton. I've seen these episodes a lot, so yeah. Next is one of my personal favorites. It's Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Okay, first off, I know a lot of people never liked Scrappy-Doo. They thought he was annoying, he was unneeded, blah 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 blah. First of all, Scrappy-Doo is Scooby-Doo's nephew, so we get to see more of his family. Sure, Scrappy-Doo isn't the most brightest, but my own personal opinion, Scrappy-Doo was a great add-on back in the day. I honestly can't believe they haven't brought him back. I know the last time we saw him, he went to jail because he was the monster. I know, spoiler alert if you haven't seen that movie. But I think he needs to make a comeback. But anyways, so this series is actually one of my personal favorites. This is only season 1. They did, I believe they did a second season, and then they did shorts of just Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and Scrappy-Doo. So, waiting for the rest of the series to go on DVD. But, one of my personal favorites. Okay, this one, I actually found at the DI. That's why I don't have a case. It's an old one. Scooby-Doo and the Swamp Witch. Very old. They're Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo shorts. Just hard to find. Old Scooby-Doo. Again, I really can't watch anymore. A lot of these that I can't watch anymore because they haven't put on DVD. Really need to see if I can find them on iTunes or Amazon, digitally. See if I can buy them just digitally. Okay, next, this one actually is pretty rare. Not a lot of people have seen it, and it's hard to come by. Randomly found it at the DI, so big score there. Scooby-Doo and Wedding Bell Booze. This one, Shaggy's sister is getting married, and so you get to see a ton of Shaggy's family and everything, and one of their relatives basically comes back from the dead and whatever, and yeah, basically haunts the wedding. The thing about this one was it was a part of the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries. That series has never gone on home media except for this and maybe a few others, but the entire series has never gone to home media. You haven't been able to buy it. You might be able to get it digitally, I'm not sure, not 100% sure on that. But yeah, so the Scooby-Doo Mysteries, even I haven't seen all those episodes because they are hard to come by. Okay, next we have Scooby's All-Star Laugh Olympics. This is volume 1. This actually is a crazy series. Not a lot of people know about these. Basically, it's wacky Olympics. It's basically the Olympics, but cartoony and more wacky and whatever. But they got all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons together, like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Huckleberry Hound, Yogi Bear, Quick Draw McGraw. All the old classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons, which I love dearly. Personally, I am a Hanna-Barbera cartoon fan. I watch Hanna-Barbera more than I watch Disney and everything. So these are amazing to me to watch because all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons put together. But for whatever reason, they made Scooby kind of lead it, basically. It was Scooby's Laugh Olympics, so that's volume 1. Then we have Volume 2, and then they didn't release the rest of the episodes, but they released a ton more. In this pack, Scooby Doo Laugh Olympics Spooky Games came with a special episode called Scooby Doo Spooky Games. Basically just a half-hour made for DVD episode of Scooby Doo. And then they did a bunch more of the Laugh Olympics episodes. So, okay, next is actually another personal favorite. It's the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. Now, believe it or not, this actually was the very first time that the monsters that Scooby Doo hunted down and solved mysteries and whatever, this is the very first time that the monsters and ghosts and ghouls were real. This series only was 13 episodes total. Basically, the premise of this series, Scooby, Shaggy, Scrappy, and Daphne are going to vacation on Hawaii. They get the map mixed up, they end up in the Himalayas, so they land, for whatever reason they have their own plane. They land to refill their plane, but the town realizes that the town that they landed in find out that they landed and realize they can't leave because they have their own secret that they all turn into werewolves at night. Because the town got cursed because back in the day there was a chest of demons and the demons were out and they basically cursed the town before they got trapped back into the chest. So these ghouls trick Shaggy and Scooby into opening the chest of demons is what it's called. So they open the chest of demons and the 13 ghosts and ghouls get out and spread out, and they have to go find all the ghouls and get them back in the chest. And only Scooby and Shaggy can do it because only the ones who let them out can put them back in. It's a crazy series. It's kind of a lot to take in, but I highly recommend watching this one. Sure, it is old still, but it is one of my favorites because the ghosts and ghouls are always real. They're never technically solving a mystery in this one. They're always getting trapped in these weird situations. They get trapped in a TV show. They get trapped in a mirror. They have to rescue a princess from this castle and whatever. I don't know. Just crazy stuff happens in those ones. But it's one of my favorites. It's only a total of 13 episodes. They finally released it on DVD. Okay, so this one I only had on VHS for a while. Found the VHS at the DI. Finally, like the end of last year or something, finally decided just buy it on DVD. So, found it on DVD on Amazon. Scooby Doo Goes Hollywood. This was a made-for-television special 1-hour episode thing. It's basically acting like this whole Scooby Doo show is a show, and Scooby Doo wants his own, like a separate show. He wants to become in these big movies and whatever. I don't know. It's a great show. I highly recommend seeing this one too. Okay, next we have Scooby Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. Now, these next 3 movies just had Scooby Doo, Shaggy, and Scrappy Doo, and they basically just got into these wild situations. This one, they move into this mansion that is haunted, so they call the Boo Brothers, which are these 3 ghosts, to get them out. It's basically a cartoon version of Ghostbusters, kind of, but yeah, there's that. Then they did Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo and Shaggy become teachers and Scrappy-Doo, but what they don't realize is they signed up to be teachers for a school full of monsters. So, very interesting one. Highly recommend watching this one. This one's a classic. Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. Basically, I don't even know what to say about this one. Basically, Shaggy turns into a werewolf until he can win a race. Okay, next, I had these on VHS for the longest time. I got this DVD, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. So Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island was the very, very first direct-to-DVD, TV, whatever you want to say, movie. They advertise it as the first time the monsters are real. when really it wasn't. But you know, it's the first time monsters were real in a Scooby Doo movie. So Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, it is hands down the scariest Scooby Doo you will ever see yet. So that is one you have to watch no matter what. Scooby Doo and the Alien Invaders is one of my personal favorites. So VHS. I didn't realize that the camera cut this part out, but basically I talked about how What's New Scooby Doo was the next Scooby Doo series, and it was the first one to get Scooby and the gang into the 21st century, and it was the first series with its new art style. So I do have the complete series of that one. So this one, I had the VHS, but recently bought the DVDs, so you know I can watch it. Scooby Doo and the Monster of Mexico. Basically, it's the El Chupacabra is what they call it. This is the last one to have Heather North voice Daphne. She played Daphne ever since the second series of Scooby Doo, the Scooby Doo show. So she played Daphne for a long time. So this was the last one she was in. This is my all-time favorite movie, Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I got the original VHS for my birthday, then found the DVD at the DI. So I know I don't like the first one. It's honestly one of my least favorite Scooby-Doos. The second one, oh, I love the second one. Love it. Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. This is the first Scooby-Doo to have Daphne played by the current actress that she's played by continuously. So her name is Gray Delalise or something like that. I don't know exactly how to say it, but so she voiced Daphne in Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, and then she stopped. But then she starts voicing Daphne, Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster, and she voiced Daphne in the What's New Scooby-Doo series, and then has played Daphne ever since. Aloha Scooby-Doo. They actually advertised this one over like a year, and then it finally came out. I don't know why. They were just hyped for that one. Scooby-Doo and Where's My Mummy? So this one actually went to theaters for roughly a month. It just went to select theaters for roughly a month, and then it just went straight to DVD. I really don't know why. Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy. Chill Out Scooby-Doo. Once you pop it out, in case there's actually a background. Another one of my personal favorites. Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. This is the first Scooby-Doo movie, or anything Scooby-Doo, to not have one of the original creators work on it. And so, yes, this one was kind of far-fetched out there of what exactly happened, but it is honestly one of my personal favorites. Next, Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword. This is the last Scooby-Doo to have Casey Kasem, the original voice of Shaggy, to voice Shaggy. It's the last one that he voiced Shaggy, and it's the last Scooby-Doo to have this type of art style. On Scooby-Doo's, I believe, it was like his 50th anniversary, I believe. They made a direct-to-TV movie, Scooby-Doo, The Mystery Begins. Basically, it just tells the story of how the Scooby-Doo gang met and how they started solving mysteries. The only thing about this one, Fred was not blonde. They didn't make Fred blonde because they hired this dude, I can't think of his name right now. Robbie Amell, that's the name. They hired him to play Fred, and then they dyed his hair blonde, and they said it just did not look good at all. So they just said, oh well, he's gonna be dark haired, and so yeah, you just kind of have to deal. But honestly, I really like that one. Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo. This is the first Scooby-Doo to have Matthew Lillard voice Shaggy. He played Shaggy in the live-action theoretical movies, so this is Matthew Lillard. So he now voices Shaggy, which I am totally okay with because, you know, he knows how to be Shaggy. He played Shaggy, so Yes, and it's the first Scooby Doo to be in the new art style format and stuff. So then we have Scooby Doo Camp Scare, and then they made a sequel to Scooby Doo the Mystery Begins with Scooby Doo Curse of the Lake Monster. Then they came out with a brand new Scooby Doo series, which was Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. This had 2 seasons in it. This is the first Scooby Doo series to have an overarching story. So sure, they're solving mysteries in each episode, but each episode they're also trying to solve a big mystery. I won't say much about it because seriously, go watch this series. It's one of my all-time favorite Scooby-Doo series. This series is very, very darker. It is probably the darkest Scooby-Doo series of them all. So when they decided to make this, they thought, we need to make a series that isn't for kids, so to say. We need to make a series for the original Scooby-Doo fans, you know, because the original Scooby-Doo fans are older now. You know, they're more matured and everything. So what they did, they made this series specifically for the older Scooby-Doo fans. So, meaning there's darker themes in it. There's, you know, honestly, this whole series should be rated PG at least. So, I thought that was super cool. They're thinking about the original Scooby-Doo fans, you know, going beyond the cartoony, la 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 la. I mean, that's always great, but I'm missing volume 2 and 3 of that. Otherwise, I have volume 1, then I have season 1, part 2, season 2, part 1, season 2, part 2. So, we have Scooby-Doo, Legend of the Phantosaur. Next is one of my all-time favorites, Scooby-Doo, Music of the Vampire. This is technically the very first Scooby-Doo movie to be a musical, and so that's honestly why I love this one so much, is because it's a musical. So if you're into music or anything, highly recommend this one, because it truly is a musical movie. Next we have Big Top Scooby-Doo. Okay, now if you don't know the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, then honestly this one doesn't mean a lot to you, but if you do, then you are like, oh, I have to watch this. Scooby-Doo, Mask of the Blue Falcon. So, one of Hanna-Barbera's old shows is Dynamite Dog Wonder, and basically it was a robot dog sidekick who, you know, the superhero was Blue Falcon. So, in this Scooby-Doo, they brought Dynamite and Blue Falcon back in a really cool way. So, if you know your Hanna-Barbera cartoons or know Dynamite and Blue Falcon, highly recommend this one. Next we have Scooby-Doo Stage Fright. Then the Scooby-Doo gang teamed up with WWE. So this is Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, John Cena. Then Scooby-Doo Franken-Creepy, Scooby-Doo Moon Monster Madness, the first Scooby-Doo to have any alien type stuff since Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. And Scooby-Doo teamed up with Kiss, so we have Scooby-Doo and Kiss, Rock and Roll Mystery. So then they made a new series, and well, let's just say you can totally tell Cartoon Network took this one over. Be Cool Scooby-Doo. This is season 1, part 1. Basically, they made Scooby-Doo back to a kid's cartoon. It's very, very bright and colorful series, but also a very, very simple series too. So then Scooby-Doo went Lego form with Lego Scooby-Doo Haunted Hollywood. This is my first one on Blu-ray. They had made others Blu-ray before, but I didn't have a Blu-ray player before this one, so this one actually came with a Scooby-Doo minifigure, so that was cool, but I actually really like this one, and you know, having it Lego is even better. Then next, this one's technically a direct sequel. This is Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon. So technically this is Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery 2 Curse of the Speed Demon. So, and now we are at the current, what we have, Scooby-Doo Shaggy Showdown. This one came out just last week. Yeah, just last week. So this one was really good. I really like this one. Recommend seeing this one. has a lot more of Shaggy's past in it. So, okay, so before you guys say anything, I know I don't have any of the Shaggy, Scooby Doo, Get a Clue series. I'm trying to find them. They're really hard to find, actually. I know I don't have that series. And another series, which honestly I just need to buy these, I'm just being slow at it. I don't have a pup named Scooby Doo. I know I don't have those ones. Those are the only two Scooby Doo series that I don't have. But yeah, I'm sorry this video is super long, went way longer than I thought. But that is my Scooby Doo collection. That is kind of some history of Scooby Doo, kind of get to see movies and everything. So, if you guys have watched any Scooby Doos or anything, let me know what's your favorite Scooby Doo movie, episodes, Scooby Doo series, anything. Which ones have you watched or anything? Let's just have a discussion of Scooby Doo down below. And yeah, hope you guys are excited for the 100 subscriber giveaway. We just got to get to 100 subscribers and then we will do Scooby Doo giveaway. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for today's vlog, video, whatever you want to call it. I will catch you all in tomorrow's, and until then,
Scooby? Dooby?